Honorable Minister Mpofu, for starting late in terms of the time. We want to apologize profusely for that. It's certainly beyond our control, and we apologize. But we thank you still the same for being very, very patient and respecting this august house. I'll quickly move into the introductions. I'm the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Mines and Energy. My name is Honorable Temba Mliswa. I'm the MP for Norton constituency in Mashonaland West. On my left is Ms. Mataruka, who's the committee clerk. On my right is Ms. Kutu, who's our researcher. Ask members on my right to introduce themselves, and then we will move over to members on my left. Thank you.
Katazo, I represent Mashist Province, Mrewa constituency.
Feni Chiris, I represent Manicaland. Honorable, you're welcome.
My name is Esposisi Buddha Masara. I represent Matewele North Province. Parliament for my Central Province. I'm in Mines and Energy Committee.
Good afternoon, Manjani.
Good afternoon. My name is Brown Lovo.
Introductions, honorable members of the committee. Minister, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Dr. Obed Moses Mpofu, MP for Mguza. And I've got my PAs, Ndlovu. Dr. Dingiswa Ndlovu is my personal assistant for a long time. On my left is my PA, Dr. Mshonga. He's been with me for a long time.
Understand the role your PAs have to play. I would want to understand the role your PAs have to play, because this invitation is directly to you as the former Minister of Thing Mines. I'm asking that the invitation was directed to you and not to the PAs. So what role do your PAs have to play? Because certainly, so can I then ask them, because we respect you as a minister, to now sit at the back? I like what you're saying, Minister. I think you were here when the former president was the president in the new dispensation, as you know. So this is also the new dispensation. So can we kindly ask your peers, and I'm doing this from a polite point of view, otherwise they're not supposed to be here. If they want to be attended, in fact, I'll instruct them to go and sit in the gallery.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, my point of order to the Honorable Minister. The Honorable Minister has pointed out clearly that to our Chairman of the Committee, Honorable Mliswa, that he doesn't need a lecture from you. And I feel that's rude. If he has to withdraw that for the sake of respect.
I think, Minister, it's your choice of your words, but can you get your peers to go and sit in the gallery? They can follow the proceedings in the gallery. Thank you very much. Thank you. Gentlemen, may you find yourself in the gallery. Thank you. The young man who will escort you. Honorable Minister, I think we want to start on the right tone. I think it's only proper that you withdraw your statement that you are here. You are not here to be thing lectured. I don't think any of us here is a thing lecture. Okay. Take off. May I assist him to take off?
I can hold this one.
I swear that the evidence that I will give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth. So help me God. Thank you.
In the witnesses, how they're going to discharge themselves. And this must be taken note. You shall be charged of contempt if you really fully failing or refusing to obey any rule, order, or resolution of the parliament. I asked you to withdraw your statement, and now I'm asking you again, and I'm guiding you according to this rule book. May you withdraw your previous remark on that you're not here to be lectured, because no one is a lecturer here. We are here to be members of parliament, and for the sake of progress, I'll ask you to withdraw that statement.
Okay.
Always expect leaders like you to also respect other members of parliament. I think it's not even about the oath. It's about us being all members of parliament, having to respect each other. I thank you. Minister, you are before us in terms of the letter which was written to you. As you are aware, the purpose of this meeting is for you to give a detailed explanation on the operations and production levels at the Chiadzo or diamond fields, and the alleged loss of the 15 billion diamond revenue and mining policies implemented during your stint as the Minister of Mines and Development. And I think the letter also said that should you require further clarification, please contact Mrs. Mataruka, who is our committee clerk. So you also had leeway to contact the clerk if you needed any clarification. Minister, we want to welcome you to this august house. Thank you for being here. We are not here on a witch hunting escapade. We are not. We are members of parliament who are here to oversize our role of oversight. And in so doing, that's why you find yourself here. You're equally here to account to the members of parliament as also expected of the various offices that you have and so forth. I think you're aware that section 1087 of the Constitution is very clear in that you shall account to the parliament. This is the Mines and Portfolio Committee, Mines and Energy Portfolio Committee. It's invited you in your former capacity as former Minister of Mines and Mining Development. Minister, I will give you this opportunity to go into detail on the areas that I did explain to you on the operations of the diamond sector mining in this country, the 15 billion that we also was still mentioned. At this juncture, I'll give you the floor. Thank you.
In this committee,
I don't think we are honorable members. You failed to say no, we are not honorable in your eyes. Proceed with your detailed report. Thank you.
did you say you're not honorable?
You failed to apologize, to retract in front of these honorable members, and you want to call us honorable. When you fail to recognize us, when you fail to recognize the chair and the committee in saying, can you retract? So I think go straight into the business of the day so that we don't waste much time trying to patronize each other when there's no need. Let us respect each other.
You say you respect each other.
And this is not the ZANU-PF Politburo where minutes are coming from you. Take this sitting seriously. The whole world is watching you. You have come here and I've told you why you are here. So it's not an exchange between you and me. You are here to answer. And we can be here until tomorrow until you answer. So the sooner we get on with the business, the better for you and all of us, and the better for the country.
You are not allowing me to speak. You asked me to speak.
The issues that you've been asked to talk about, the issues you've been asked to talk about is for you to give a detailed explanation on the operations of the diamond mining that happened in Chiadzwa when you were Minister of Mines and Mining Development. That's the agenda.
Can you please allow me to speak? But before I deal with the issues that you have raised, I just want to have a few things recorded. I was invited to this committee to appear on the 19th at 10 o'clock. And just a day before the 19th, I was called by Ms. Dingani that the meeting had been postponed. Indefinitely, and you were in her office. And since that time, I wasn't told about this meeting until I read the date in the newspaper. And my PA frantically called the parliament. I have not received any letter. And even the time at 11 o'clock was after my secretary had to call some people in here. I am a former minister, as you kept on repeating. And there is a minister in that ministry. And I was a minister, I think, since 2008, and left the Ministry of Mines in 2013. And that time there was a committee, a similar committee like this one, where I was subjected to this kind of questioning. I moved to another ministry, I'm in another ministry. And
So in point of order, there are no questions that have been asked by this committee. So I don't know which questions you are referring to, because no one has asked you a question.
Okay.
It seems you have a I think you went into a caucus, Minister. Can you get away from the caucus and deal with the business? No one asked a question in this committee. All I said is that you're before us and you're supposed to give us a detailed report. You asked to be given time. We're giving you time to speak. We're still waiting for the report.
I thought I was allowed to make my remarks on the developments leading to our meeting now. I am not Minister of Mines. And I don't know which precedence has been set. If you tell me that, I'll oblige. Where former ministers are subjected to operations which they experienced while they were in those ministries. If there's such precedence, then I'll oblige. When I joined the Ministry of Mines, and I've taken 2 oaths of offices today where I am, and those of the oaths of secrecy still stand. I'm actually under that obligation. I cannot speak for a ministry that I worked in 5 years ago, and nothing can force me to speak. That's why I want to I've come here, cooperated. I've been abused by you, Chairman. You've said so many things about me in public. I've never said anything. Never said anything to any of the members here. I've never. about this, about what you've been saying. You've been attacking me, attacking my person, calling me all sorts of names, maligning me, and I kept quiet.
Yes, point of order, Honorable Chidako.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I just want to intervene. Honorable Minister, we are a portfolio committee. We don't want to hear your attacks, be it in the media, be it somewhere else. If you are just sticking to the point to say that you don't want to appear before this committee because you are not obliged, then that's what you can stick to, and let's see what the law says. To try and confront the chair and tell him what he has said, where and how, I think that's not the business of this committee. Thank you.
But I've been in Parliament since 1987. I know my obligations. I'm just saying these preliminary remarks are meant to be recorded because I've been attacked regarding these issues by the chairman in the paper, calling me names. Yet, after doing that, he Nicodemously comes to my house in the cover of night. This man, I live almost 600 kilometers from here. He drives all the way to my house to come and talk about this thing. And what does he say to me about these things? You see, gentlemen, we are not children. I'm a member of Parliament.
Minister, I think what you are saying, let me just, Minister, Honorable Minister, first of all, Parliament can call anyone to account except for the President. And you went on to say, I've come to your house.
Anyone, I'm not the former minister.
No, you've just said under oath, I've come to your house. I've been to your house once when I was in ZANU-PF,
yes,
in Cholocho. So when else have I come to your house to talk about what? When I was coming to your house, what did we talk about? We talk about the politics when I was in ZANU-PF. Right. Because you are misleading the committee in saying that I've come to your house to talk about this. So can you now, since you've said it, tell me when I came to your house to talk about this?
You should tell the committee yourself.
No, you are the one who said I came. Don't try and divert.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Come through.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. To you, Honorable Minister, I think we ought to respect this house. And we ought to respect us. We came all the way from home. You know, this is a parliamentary break. But as a result of the importance of the responsibilities that we are supposed to do on behalf of our country, we are here today to deliver our responsibilities. So, Honorable Minister, if you can cooperate with the House with regard to the requests as to why you are here. If you can cooperate with the House, please say so that we don't waste much of our time, as well as much of the time of the nation, as well as anyone else who needs to listen to this program. Then you give your word to this House, then we move on, we make a way forward. This thing of the history that you had with our chairman and all sorts of stories, it's not part of us. What we need here is to deal with the duties of the responsibilities that are bestowed to us as parliamentarians. And we are dealing with the Ministry of Mines and Energy. And on this occasion today, we are dealing with the mine sector, bearing in mind the diamond sector, of which we are dealing with the history of it, what happened to it then, from the period then you were a minister. That's where we are much focused on as we speak today, so that we come up with a report of whatever we are supposed to conclude to the attention of the country. Thank you, Honorable.
For as long as he's sitting in front of me, presiding over this issue, I will not cooperate. I will not cooperate, because you are even stopping me from telling you what he had come to do in my house.
Minister, hold on. I think, Honorable Minister, Honorable Minister, I think you want to divert the attention. And I keep repeating this book, which clearly says presenting to Parliament or a committee any false, untrue, fabricated or falsified documents or anything with intent to deceive Parliament is not acceptable. You want to divert that I came to your house. I came to your house once when I was the provincial chairman of ZANU-PF in Cholocho, and I was talking to about Didmas Mutasa when he was fired, and you're telling me how great he was. So it's not the day to day. So don't try and divert attention and try and lie and say
Point of order, Chairman.
No, hold on. Listen, so Minister, don't try and think that you shall speak to us here. We'll give you time to talk and whatever you spoke about.
I will not accept deliberations that are shared by you.
Minister, you have talked about press reports about me saying this in the press. That's not the issue. Can we speak to the business of the day and don't try and divert attention?
I've got a point of order, Chair.
Yeah.
I ask Chair if the minister can be excused so that we deliberate on our own as a committee for first. I ask that we deliberate on our own first before the minister comes back.
Can I guide members of parliament? I'm appointed by the SROC and you cannot undermine parliament. You had every right, Minister, before you came here to write to the Speaker. Don't play us your games. We know these games. You did not write a letter to the Speaker saying that Honorable Mliswa is conflicted because he came to my house to do A, B, C, D, and you want to say it and you think we don't operate like that. This letter was very clear in saying to you, if there are any issues that you want clarity, you have every right to write to the Speaker, to the clerk, and say, I am not prepared to go before Honorable Minister. Most companies do that, and that is handled in a proper way. Not for you to come today and think you can divert the attention to you and me, yet with business of the day. Can we please get on with the business of the day?
But your visit to my house implicated the Speaker.
So why are you even talking about this? You now want to bring in your politics in much more. Now, Honorable Minister, why are you not being honest? Can we deal with the issues of today? Don't try and divert, and members of parliament, don't be diverted. Okay, can we have you deal with the issues of today?
Can I come in?
Thank you, Chair. I just want, please, can you, so that at least the minister can see me properly. I think, like what Honorable Mseami is said, even Honorable Chair, that Honorable Mliswa is our chairman. He was appointed by Parliament. Come today and say, you won't say anything as long as he is sitting there. Yes, you might have some issues with him, issues which have got nothing to do with us here as MPs. And I think it would be proper for you not to give that as a reason to say, as long as you're sitting there, I won't cooperate. If you really feel that you don't just want to cooperate because of the reasons, then please, it will be better, maybe, for us to say, okay, like what you said, that you stay about 600 kilometers away. Some of the MPs, they stay more than 600 kilometers away, but they are here specifically for the job of Parliament. And you are here not because as the current Minister of Mines, but as the former Minister of Mines. And those are the issues which we only wanted you to discuss. We only wanted you to tell us about. It's not about the issues which happened before. This is a new committee, and whether Honorable Temba Mliswa visited you at your house, whether it was yesterday, whether it was last year or 3 years back, I don't think those are the issues which you can bring here in Parliament, because those issues happened outside Parliament. And we are here sitting as a committee of Parliament, and we are urging you, and you have actually you made it very clear that since 1987 you have been a member of Parliament. So you know the laws, you know what is supposed to be done if you are a member of Parliament. So please, can you just cooperate with us so that at least we move forward? Thank you.
You received the letter. inviting you to this committee for this hearing. And you knew then that the chairperson will be Honorable Muliswa. You did not raise any objections. And you did not even talk to the speaker, who is our boss. And now you come here, we are expecting to discuss issues. But now you are bringing in issues that like, I don't speak in front of you. Why then did you come to this committee knowing very well that you will not be able to speak to Honorable Muliswa? Thank you, Ms. Honorable.
Over by Mr. Muliswa for what has happened. And you should allow me to express myself. I will never. You understand? So you call
I think, Honorable Minister, I never thought, I mean, this is news you're telling me. I never thought ever in my life, why do you want to divert attention? Why do you want between you and me? You never, what is it that you and I have ever even discussed about in life other than Mutasa coming back to the party and me being the provincial chairman? When I was provincial,
you have to travel
I don't
600
even
kilometers to discuss Mutasa. You were discussing about
I was
you had already
unproof.
started attacking me.
I said I was unproof. My attack, you talk about in the media. You seem to have an issue with what I say. I have a right as a citizen to say the things that I say. You are here before us. You have a right to sue the papers. How do you know I never said that to the paper? Have you ever sued those in papers to defend your own integrity? So don't divert attention and try and lie and not be under us for us to tell us what we're about. I don't know which thing game you think playing, but it's not going to last.
Point of order. Point of order, Honorable Chair.
Orders are coming through you citing certain rules. I think we must understand that. Let's not allow this to get out of control and be diverted. Okay?
No,
As a result of
Honorable
what we
Chair,
want
I
to do.
disagree. What I'm actually saying here, my point needs to be raised. There's a personal vendetta between the two of you. And when there's personal vendetta between the two of you, as an honorable member of parliament, I think everyone should, the media should leave and we discuss a way forward here. Because here you guys are now throwing each other.
Members of parliament, let us not be diverted. Let's not be confused. Like I say, we are here. He's taken off.
Can I be excused? I want to go and wash my hands. Just a minute.
Right to the clerk, to speaker, if you and I had any issues, you didn't. I'll still allow you, even after this, to still write a letter. Because if I've presided over something which is not proper, then everything will be nullified. So you still even have the right to do that. I'm even giving you that, that's if there's anything. I never thought you would lie so much at your age. You're bringing up stories which I never thought you would. You're now trying to bring in the speaker. I don't know how. I mean, when I came to see you, I was not even a member. I think I'd just gone in and hardly did I think. I don't know what you're trying to create. But can we go about the business of the day? We are here to wait for you until tomorrow. You've been taken off and we're waiting
Can
for
I
evidence.
speak in my mother language? Because you don't seem to understand what I'm saying.
Minister.
I've said I will never allow you to preside over because of what I wanted to say, which you are blocking me.
No, Minister.
Never.
Minister, you have a right. Okay, say it. No, honorable members, for the purpose of things, say it. I've given, say it. Say it. I've not given you a chance to say it, and when you're finished, tell us you're finished. Say it.
But how can I finish when I'm intervening every...
I will not intervene. You are under oath. You are saying what you're saying is being recorded. So say all the things that you have to say when you are done. We're going to the business of the day. We have that time. That's okay. Say it. Minister, the floor is yours. Say whatever you want to say. And when you are finished, tell us you are finished.
Allow myself to be, presided over by you for what I was going to say and what I've said.
But
I'll never.
You cannot be speculating because you have nothing to say. You cannot say anything. I've asked you, what is it that you have to say about me? I've only been to your house once ever in life. I don't talk to you over the phone. I've never done anything. So if you have anything to say before oath, say it. That the Honorable Minister have issues with him here, and so forth.
Chairman, ndiri propose kuti tipa more delegated members kwenda on
you. I have not recognized you.
Guidance from the speaker.
The minister, members, can you follow? The minister says he has things to say about me, isn't it? So I've given him the floor to say it. He seemed to be scoring points, political points. I will not allow that. I will eject you. I'll call the center of the arm, I'll eject you. This is a serious matter. The honorable minister said I have issues to say about you. Now I've said to him, say it. Yeah.
To be presided over by you. And I will not say anything for as long as...
Minister, you know that there's only one person who can deal with the facts, it's me. And you know why you're avoiding me. And you know that very well. And you shall still be presided over by me. Parliament has said it. You know that you will not, you will not get away with the murder, and you're trying to find somebody. Where have you ever seen a situation where somebody picks that?
Say that under oath.
I'm telling you that I am the chairperson. I am the chairperson. You are trying to twist and to try and get around issues. Honorable Minister, can you please do what you can say here?
I've never seen this. I've seen chairpersons, I've seen Comrade Chininga, the late, I've had Comrade Shumba. Those are professional chairpersons. They never behaved the manner that I see here. And I will not say anything for as long as you are in front of me.
Chairman, I think ngatimbo ona na ise committee total resolution to ona speak.
You have the right to go and see the speaker. Honorable Joe, you have the right to go and see the thing speaker. You have the right to go and see the thing speaker. He has issues with me that he wants to talk about. I've asked him to talk about it. He's not. Issues. That's why he cannot say. He wants to divert attention. That's why we have told him, let him say the things. We don't want to be diverted. We are not stupid.
Presiding, I won't be able to deliberate before you.
I'm telling you that.
Sorry,
I'm telling you that.
Can I finish?
You see, because what you are saying is you are trying to convince me. You will never convince me.
No.
You don't know me.
Can I finish, Honorable?
And I'll never say anything, no matter what you say.
I'm not convincing you. I'm just talking to the law. I'm not convincing you. There is no point in convincing you. I'm saying you failed to follow the due process. You should have notified the Parliament through the clerk to say that you have been summoned here, but the person who is presiding, I've got issues with him, and can he be excused? You did not do that. You are an experienced minister. You have been in Parliament for a long time. You can't come here full aware.
But he implicates the Parliament. He actually implicated. That's what I'm going to say.
It's also important sometimes so I'm saying because of that the Parliament is going to charge you for the conduct of Parliament. Yes. Because you did not follow the due process. Yes. You should have followed the due process, and you could have been excused. This is what I think, Honorable Chair.
Intimidate me on issues of principle. You are. No. What are you telling me? You have not said anything at all.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. Ndilotenda nimgwe ya madipa. Chairman, tandakateererawo zvangu. Nawo ichiti iparurwe itaurwe. But ndoda kuti nditi nini? Chairman, kana takatarisa, kana takasangana sezvo semamember of parliament, takasangana muno muchibvuno chedu chekuti kana tiri muno hatite zvekushowa ma-different ma-sides. But iko zvino ndakazvitarisa, tiri kuona kuti zvane side one. Nokuti ndasumudza ruoko several musingandipe nguva. Mukaramba. Asi mazopa avo honorable wavo. Saka kana takuzvitarira isusu we are not here as kungogara. Tiri kuzviona zvamuri kuita, especially tiri kuzviona zvamuri kuita. Asi right. And at the same time, the minister vakagara, the minister vangu government yangu vedu kuzanupf vacho. Let me just say it. Because if I think honorable Matabana. Point of order, because just it in my interest. I don't ever chair or whatever. Point of correction. Go out, then we discuss this. Just override him in front of us. He's a minister. And at the same time, what are you trying to show the nation?
Honorable Matambana.
You already said, you remember what you said, Chairman? He said, Mpofu. Is he a criminal? What are you trying to say? We were listening. Yes, but this is wrong. Chairman, this is wrong. Yes, we are not going to allow. He is correct. Even in court, Chairman, check your constitution. You know the chapter. Court magistrate and point of order. Or not animal interest. They should sit.
Chairman, I'm pointing in point of order.
Is a duty.
I'm raising a point of order.
But you are refusing. You want to toss him. What are you trying to do? To undress him in front of us. That's wrong. That's wrong. We cannot tolerate this. He is free to say whatever he say. We call him to say what he wants to say. You should not put your words in his mouth or in his mind. No, that's wrong. He should say what is in his mind. And that's what we wanted to. He said you already. He is not allowed to be chat with you. And he's finished in the spirit. We allow that. Okay, yes, I'm finished.
Are you done? Are you done? Honorable Matambana, are you done? Thank you for your contribution.
We are not doing zvinhu zveZANU-PF pano, tikuita zvinhu zvekuti nyika ifambe. Handiti. Saka nyaya iripo.
Honorable Nduna, I think you can do better than that. I think you can do better than that.
Nyaya iripo vangadai vagara varamba kuuya vachiziva kuti ndimini muri kucheya nditika. Saka kana takuita zveZANU-PF muno kuti kai nokuti ndeve ZANU-PF hafango kubvunzwa zvinhu zvavadaidzirwa kuti vazobvunzwa. I don't think it's fair. Munhu wese ane kodzero yekuti ataure zvaanenge achibvunzwa muno. There is no one who is above the law. Tavadaidza isusu separliament kuti tivazopindura zvatiri kutaura isusu. Saka napane vamwe ma-MPs anomira achiti kai nokuti ndeve ZANU-PF ngavarege kubvunzwa mukati meino nzvimbo ngavaende vambovingei. Isusu yatiri kuda ndeyekuti chokwadi ngachingobuda pachena ngavataure zvavari kubvunzwa. And imi ma-differences avari kuti munavo imi naivo kwete mukati memba ino muno mukati memba ino tauya kuzoita business, tauya kuzoita zvinosumudzira nyika, kwete zvema-grudges enyamagara munawo kunze kana kuti zveZANU-PF. Hatisi kuita zveZANU-PF muno, tiri kuita zvenyika.
Okay. I think could we just have order? Could just have order? We just have order. Members of this committee, I want you to remember the role you have, even still after this. This is a 2-minute issue. It will end, but some of your words and deliberations will stay in the people's minds. May I guide you accordingly. This is Parliament sitting. Parliament has got a due process. If the Honourable Minister had issues with me, he could have written a letter to the Speaker to say that Honourable Mliswa and me have got such issues, as such I don't seem to be fit enough to preside over this issue. I've told you, never in my life have I ever gone to his house? Only once when I was chairman of ZANU-PF. I must also say to this committee, let's not be divided, and by sitting here being quiet, this process will still happen. Let me assure you, the more I should chair now, this whole process, I don't see why I should chair. The more I should chair this, only when the speaker communicates that I will not chair, then can I follow the due process. None of you sitting here can tell me not to be chairman of this committee. Okay? So the political scores that you want to score are not bigger than the issues the country has to deal with at hand. The political personal scores that you want to score are not greater than the national issues that we have of making ministers account. I will repeat, the agenda is bigger than the political score that you want to settle. The agenda is about the country, is about us having our mandate. But what I said, we are still one committee. What I do, Honorable Minister, we shall break for lunch. We want you to come back at 2 o'clock. We are breaking for lunch. We want you to come back at 2 o'clock. Thank you. Other members, can you stay behind? Thank you. I think what all I can do, I think, Minister, the issue is simple. The issue, can you just turn it off? The issue is simple, what you want to do. But we equally as Parliament have certain powers invested in us. So whether you say I've not listened to you or not, that's your prerogative. But what I'm saying, there's a due process that follows at the end of the day. We are guided by this book. You take an oath, a lot has happened. So to me, whether you say I'll never, that's for you. But let us... But what I asked of you to do is to come back. That Minister
of this one. Can you listen to me, please?
I've asked you questions in Parliament. You have never said, don't ask me questions. Members, how many times have I asked you questions? How come you've never said that?
But you're already defending yourself before I even
to me, can you excuse us and then we see you here at 2 o'clock?
I'm not coming. If you are coming, I will not come here.
That's okay.
So let the Parliament, in fact, even this meeting, I came uninvited. It came out in the paper. It's all over the paper. There was no letter written to me.
Why did you come?
I mean, because, I respect,
Why did you come?
I respect Parliament, but I don't respect you.
That's your own prerogative.
And is it true that you said what you said when I left? That's what...
I think, can you just leave? Can you just leave? Honorable Minister, can you leave, please? We see at 2 o'clock. Everybody has a right, even before a judge. You can appear and say, I don't agree, but you have to produce facts to why, and that a determination will then be being made. And of course, once a determination is made, we'll then follow that procedure. So a report will be tabled, which will go to the Speaker. So that's what I just wanted to say to you. So can you bring in ZMDC? Thank you.